Good evening. South Dakota is just a week away from legalizing medical marijuana. Multiple state agencies are still working to build the framework of the program.
I sat down with Governor Kristi Noem in Pierre today to go over the timeline of implementing the voter-approved IM-26, how her interpretation of the timeline differs from the author of the measure in tonight's top story.
Well, on July 1st, IM-26 becomes law. And essentially what that means is that the timeline starts for implementation of the program.
Governor Kristi Noem says the state will have all of the framework needed to start South Dakota's medical marijuana program by the deadlines laid out in IM-26.
And so the vendor program, the certification program, feedback and input by stakeholders, that deadline is October 29th. So that's this time period that I think people are getting confused over. They actually voted for this time frame. This is what they said they wanted.
It also includes a November 18th deadline for the state to begin issuing medical marijuana cards to patients.
We could possibly put forward the cards earlier, but the way that this is laid out is a very tight time frame. It's unprecedented for a state to stand up a medical marijuana program, cannabis program this quickly.
Other states have been able to implement in 6 to 9 months just based off of very wide open bills that had no structure in them. No state has ever had anything so structured handed to them, ready to go. So we could have been ready July 1st.
Melissa Metley, the executive director of New Approach South Dakota and the author of IM-26, says the October and November deadlines were intended as a grace period.
It was to give the state a moment to breathe through the shock of passage.
Even though the implementation deadlines are legally later, Metley says the state could have had the program ready next week.
They knew in November that it had passed. They could have immediately started working on implementation.
Well, as soon as the ballot measure passed, our agency started working on it, knowing that it passed and that it was going to become law.
Would you agree that implementing this program began the day that the voters said this is what we want?
Absolutely.
So implementation period is really from November of 2020 until November of 2021.
Correct.
Governor Noem says the state is working toward the October and November deadlines in an effort to make sure South Dakota's medical marijuana program is implemented safely.
IM-26 will be law on July 1st. It will be implemented on time, that we are following the law, but we're also working to make sure that it's a responsible program, that truly the intent was to get relief to medical patients, and that is our goal, is to make sure it has integrity and that it's accountable and that people truly understand how the program works.
Now, the state is holding 2 telephone town halls to hear input from the public. They'll take place on Monday, June 28th at 5 and 6:30 p.m. Central Time. You must register online to participate. We provided links on KELOLAND.com.